I thought the main thing was balance. We had 5 guys in double figures, and we had 21 assists on 33 made field goals, which is outstanding. I thought our guys did a really good job, particularly in the second half, moving the ball and attacking closeouts and sharing the ball. I mean, we had one possession. I think we turned down 3 open shots. We ended up missing a shot. At the end, it was more difficult than the shots that we could have taken earlier. But and I thought we did a really good job rebounding in the second half. I think at halftime, the rebounding numbers were even. I think it was 14-14. I think we out-rebounded them by 16 in the second half. And to go from 12 to 38 isn't an easy thing to do. But I thought our guys were pretty consistent with their energy and their effort. So, overall, I thought there were a lot of good things tonight.
Coach, talk about your new starting lineup tonight.
We've been blessed to have some parity, and practices have been competitive. And I thought I'll go one at a time. I thought Jackson Skipper had practiced well prior to Oklahoma State, so we gave him more of an opportunity against Oklahoma State, and I thought he responded well. And came back from break, and I'd already decided I'm going to give him a chance. And obviously, I thought he responded well tonight too, not just shooting the ball. I mean, I think he was 6 for 9 from 3. But I thought he did some other things too. I thought he was a willing passer. And, the best thing, to be honest with you, was at the end, Braden Moore had made back-to-back threes, I think, or 2 threes. I don't know if they were back-to-back necessarily. But I could hear Skipper. The whole bench was up, but I could hear Skipper encouraging Braden. And I thought, that says a lot about our team. And then JoJo Moore, I think we can get caught up looking at him as a scorer, which is understandable. I think he's a very talented scorer, but he's got really good vision. And what he's done consistently, we go back to practices where we track potential assists. So you make a good decision that leads to an open shot, that's a potential assist, because somebody has to make the shot for you to actually get credit for the assist. But he was consistently number 1 or number 2 in that category. And then as we started to play, that played out. And I just thought we need to get him on the floor more, because I think he can help our offense. And then the other thing is, I think he's a good rebounder when he's engaged. I mean, he's 6'4", 6'5". He's a very good athlete. And I thought he did both of those things well tonight. I thought he created shots for others, and I thought he rebounded the ball well. He needs to be better in coverages consistently on defense. Sometimes he can just get too casual, but I think that's part of it. And then Luke Gray was somebody that we felt like just kind of kept coming. And then the prior 2 games, unfortunately, we had all of our 5s, even though I don't like using numbers for players, combined for a total of 0 rebounds in 2 games. But we felt like Luke is normally a consistent rebounder, so we wanted to get him on the floor more and see if it would play out where he would rebound the ball better. I think he did a pretty good job, especially in the second half, rebounding the ball too. So, the benefit that we've had is we've had guys that continue to compete in practice. And, I'll say this, like Carlos Rosario, when we played Minnesota on November the 6th, was a starter. And then in roughly a month, we had a home game, he didn't play. And then he works his way back into the lineup. But as that's going on, other people have been moving, So I think, or at least I hope what the guys are realizing is practice is important. How you perform in practice creates opportunity. And we've given multiple guys opportunities, and we'll continue to do that.
Overall, how would you evaluate the non-conference part of your schedule?
Depends on what day of the week it is. I know it's been really challenging going into tonight. I think we had the 40th most difficult schedule in the country. 7 of our 9 Division I games were on the road, and 4 of those are against Power 4 teams. And then one of the other ones is an American conference. So I think it's been really good for us to play that level to get prepared for our league. Our league is really, really good. And I think what's happened is we've gone through stretches where we've been good. We've gone through stretches where we've been solid. And then, unfortunately, we've also gone through stretches where we haven't been very good at all. And what we're trying to do is minimize the bad stretches. Like I'll use this as an example. Oklahoma State, we're in a tie game with 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the first half. I might not get the order right, but I think we have 2 turnovers, a bad shot, and I can't remember what else. Maybe they got an offensive rebound to finish the half, and we give up a 7-0 run in a minute and 45 seconds. Well, that feels different going into the locker room as compared to being even or down 2 or whatever the case would have been. And then the same thing happens in the second half. It's just now in the second half, it's like a 4-minute stretch. And we go from a 4-point game with roughly 14 minutes left in the second half to being down 20. If we can just minimize those runs, those bad stretches, I think we got a chance to be pretty good. But the challenge is minimizing those stretches because you don't get opportunities to come back consistently. And that's something else our kids continue to fight. You know, we're down 20 at Oklahoma State, and our guys never stopped competing. And I think we were on the free throw line with around 48 seconds, 50 seconds left with a chance to cut it to 6. And unfortunately, we missed both free throws, but it could have been a 2-possession game with roughly 50 seconds left on the road against a Power 4 school. So there's a lot in there, but long answer, I think it's been good for us. We just have to learn from each of those, like Belmont, right? We have an unbelievable first half. We start second half, we're up 17, and we give up this massive run. We have a player get hurt, with 11 minutes left, he can't continue. He's having a game of his life. But that run was much longer. So we're evaluating what goes into those runs and then how to chip away at minimizing those is something that I feel like the non-conference schedule's prepared us for.
Opening at Kansas City on Saturday, talk about your opening league opponent.
I've watched a little bit of UMKC. I know they're very physical. Coach Menzies has always had an athletic, strong, physical, tough team. He was that way at New Mexico State. And, it's the same at UMKC. I haven't watched enough, but I know they're very good. Brown is an elite scorer, excellent offensive rebounder. Number 30 is an excellent shooter. Their point guard play is really good. They've got bigs that are physical and rebound the ball well. And they're always deep. I think Coach Menzies will play 12 guys, 11 guys. But they're a very physical, tough team that runs a lot of sets. And they execute well, and they don't make many mistakes on offense. So defensively, you have to be very disciplined, and then obviously you got to minimize their second chance opportunities. And then offensively, you got to take care of the ball because again, they're physical and they're aggressive defensively, and they can disrupt you. Just based on what I've seen in the past, again, I haven't watched enough at this point to really give a very accurate statement, but on the little bit I've seen, that's how I would describe them.